At the end of the 19th century, America began to awaken to a new dawn, a new revolution, an industrial revolution. Western expansion had come to an end, and the West was being tamed. The great American coasts had been connected by an intercontinental railway. Indians were no longer feared as a threat to Western expansion, but had become symbols of playtime and dress-up. People had discovered the joys of jumping on trampolines. And a man named Henry Ford was poised to change mankind forever with the invention of his horseless carriage. The premise was simple. It was a horse-drawn carriage, but without the horse. Something like this. But with every invention comes the copycats. Enter James "Jimmy" Slinkowski. Jimmy was a third-generation migrant who was out to make his fortune. Slinkowski was an able carpenter, mechanic, sous chef, and longshoreman. Tired of sous chefing and longshoremening, Jimmy set to work on his version of the horseless carriage. He knew he must avoid the pitfalls of thinking inside the box. So he began to quickly think outside the box. His design would be based on a unique two-wheel carriage. He kept his work on tight security, knowing secrecy was of utmost importance. He worked out all the calculations himself and even performed all of the fabrications. The work was tedious and lonely, but often that is the price of progress. Finally, after months of trial and error, he was ready to wheel out his prototype. He cleaned off the seat that had gathered the dust of invention and innovation and double-checked the axles of his ingenious flagship. "Onward for progress! Onward for humanity," he proclaimed. Would the world be ready for the ingenuity of Jimmy Slinkowski? Though initial test runs proved effective, they were far from efficient, and not without accident. Though an utter failure in comparison to Ford's horseless carriage, Slinkowski had been spied upon by the Chinese entrepreneur Ji-Pai Shaw, known to friends as Ricky Shaw. To this day, Wikipedia credits Ricky Shaw with the invention of the rickshaw. For innovation is not without its copycats.